Welcome back to Ranch Hack. So I want to show you guys, we're just pulling the weaning paddles out of these calves because we're just gonna take them to the stage 2 of the weaning. But I just want to show you. So this is one of the Freeze brands, and like I was saying in the other video, if you hold it on longer, you end up killing the hair follicles, so no hair grows in. So it looks like a hot brand, but it doesn't have the same pain and scabbing and all that kind of stuff that you don't want. So this will show up, obviously you can see this would show up on a white animal, any animal. This is only 2 months ago. Cattle are identifiable right away. I just can't find a problem with freeze branding. I like it, and that's all we're gonna do is freeze brand our cattle from now on. And here, I'll just pull one of these weaning paddles out, show you guys that one here. All right, so this is one of the little paddles, and they just can't suck on their mom. As you can see, it'll block the teat from them. So we put these in 5 days ago. Now I run everybody back in. That's how easy they pop out. You just twist it like that. Now we can reuse this next year, so you don't have to throw them out. We never lost any of them in the pasture. We never lost any of them in the pasture. And when we first put them in, turned them out in this pen, and they were all trying to get them out, all trying to step on them, rub them on the fence, and I thought, oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna all be out in like an hour. One of them got it out, we ran him back in, put it in. After about an hour, none of them were trying to take it out, and after that, they never tried again. I went out to the pasture with them, looked at them, nobody was rubbing on them, nothing. It took about an hour. So if you're gonna put them in, maybe keep them around the corrals and watch them for about an hour before you turn them out in case you got to put another one in. But once they were out, we never lost any. So now we're going into our second stage of our weaning. So the first stage was put the weaning flap in, put them back out with the cows. So they're back out with their mothers, out in the pasture, can go everywhere, drink, eat, drink water, that is, not drink milk. So the cow is going to dry up, but they get to dry up with the mother. So we're only taking one thing away. It's just the milk at this point. Then we bring them back in about 5 days when the cows are dried up. We bring them back in, we pull this weaning flap out, and then we're going to put them into a little feed yard, just a mock feed yard, basically just a feed pen. And we're going to have them eat hay and drink out of a water bowl by themselves without their mothers, figuring out how to live life without a cow on their side. And we're also going to give them a little bit of barley every day, just a small amount, to get those microbes in their guts, being able to work with starches, because right now they haven't had to use starches for their microbes. So by 2 or 3 weeks, they'll be at, sounds like kind of max, being able to handle eating starches. But we just want to give them a start about a week here so that they're getting used to it. They're not getting acidosis when they go over to the feed yards. I worked in a lot of feed yards, and I've seen a lot of cattle come in stressed, they don't eat, or they can't handle the barley, they get acidosis. Any of those things that stops the stomach from working when they first come in, the stomach is directly tied to their immune system. So if they quit, if they go off feed or they get acidosis, any big interrupt to their guts, then they're gonna pick up all those bugs that are in that feed yard because they're mixing cattle from all over the place. So we wanna give these calves the best shot to be able to get into a feed yard and do well, not get sick. So that's why we do this 2-stage weaning. I think it's just awesome. We used to fence line wean them, which was not allow, put a fence line in between the mom and the calf, and then they can't obviously drink because there's a fence between them. But I find they like to walk the fence and they still bawl a bit, and they're not out just eating and being stress-free as with these wean flaps. They just go out and do their thing. So we really like this two-stage weaning. Can't find any problems with it. It's super easy. Run the cows in, split your calves off, run them through the chute, put the flap in, turn them out. 5 days later, do it again. I know a lot of guys say, well, it's probably way more stress because you're running your cattle more times through the chute. Well, if you handle them right, you're not stressing them when you're running them through the chute. So if you're handling them bad, then yeah, probably don't even do it. But if you're handling them good, it's a good way to wean your calves. And that's today's ranch hack. Thanks for watching.